It's something we hear from our viewers a lot. Why hasn't the city done an audit on its efforts to address homelessness? Well, it turns out they have many times.
And today the city reviewed a new report which examines where Austin is at with those audit recommendations. KXAN's Grace Reader breaks down what they found.
What do we want?
Housing! On a day when advocacy groups called for the city of Austin to shuffle more funding to homelessness response,
Communities most in need.
A new report from the Office of the City Auditor shows where gaps still remain and how the city of Austin is dealing with the issue. The report looked at 4 audits done on Austin's homelessness response between 2017 and 2019. Altogether, those audits produced 10 ways the city could do better. Some of those recommendations the city has already tackled, like working with the Ending Community Homelessness Coalition, or ECHO, to collect better data. We've told you ECHO is using a new database to do just that.
That is as reliable and as real time of an information source as we get when it comes to homelessness.
But the new report also found 5 recommendations from those audits that the city is still working on that are not complete. That includes combing through contracts with vendors, better tracking long-term outcomes of people using the system, and making case management more coordinated. That's something we've heard often from groups working on homelessness.
Really good case management. I was so mismanaged and left to kind of figure it out for myself. It was a really bad outcome, and I'm traumatized by it.
We agree with all the recommendations.
That's the city's homeless strategy officer, David Gray. He says his office, which used to operate under Austin Public Health, is working these recommendations into the new office's goals.
One of our priorities as a new office was to do an audit of our contracting. And so having the independent city auditor's office come in and do this refresh audit was really helpful for me and my staff.
Grace Reader, KXAN News.
And we have the full list of recommendations made in the audits over at KXAN.com. That's also where you will find this new report. Now, going in depth, right now the city of Austin is looking at how much money it should spend on homelessness as part of its next budget. Now, in years past, we've told you how much the city intends to spend overall on homelessness. That changed this year, though. The city says it's not tracking that number any longer because programs that serve the homeless often overlap into other areas, quote, making it year-over-year comparisons very difficult. The city says the new homeless strategy office is working on a new way to track that money.